My video again. Okay, so yesterday we started to work on parts of speech, and there were major technical difficulties that I'm sure all of you know about. But before we even get started, could somebody please tell me what a noun is? Heather?
A person, place, or thing.
Hold on, I called on Heather. Heather, could you hold your space key down? Your space key, your space key, the big long one.
I got it.
Oh, you turn that on that way. All right, go ahead.
A person, place, or thing.
Person, place, thing, or an idea. Okay, so they're words that represent person, place, thing, or idea. Can anybody give me any? Can people please wait to be called on? Devin, I'm going to tell you this one time today. Mrs. Jost is not feeling at all well today, so don't push my buttons. Behave like a good student, okay? Because otherwise, I don't have a whole lot of patience. Because, honey, you told me you were going to return your book. You did not tell me you were going to pick anything new out. You took way more than 4 minutes. So the next time, I'm going to say no when there's not that little time because you took way too long. Okay, excuse me. So yeah, I'm not feeling well, so don't push my buttons today, okay? Behave, please. All right, so if a noun is a word that represents a person, place, thing, or idea, Kiara, can you give us an example of a word that is a noun? Kiara? You don't know. Then you weren't paying attention yesterday during class. Yes, ma'am. Person would be the word, but can we give me another one, Devin? Okay, me is a pronoun. It takes the place of a noun, but Devin would be a noun. What type of noun is that? A proper or common if he uses the word Devin?
Proper.
Proper because it's a specific person, place, or thing, right? Okay. What's the definition of verb? Oh no, we didn't do verb yesterday because we had technical difficulties. Do you know what a verb is? Open your mic up. Did you open your mic up?
An action word.
An action word. Can anybody give me an example? We're going to learn about those first off today. Anybody give me an example of an action word?
Running. Running.
Running. Okay, good. All right. I think we looked at the adjective video yesterday. Can somebody tell me what the definition of an adjective is? Please raise your hand, or you should remember we watch that one. Heather, you're not quite sure, it looks like, but take a guess. Not Heather, Haley. What is an adjective? Guys, there's no reason for you to be manipulating your keyboard at all. Right now, you're listening to class conversation and you're trying to answer questions. There's no reason for you to be moving your mouse around on your keyboard. Somebody tell me what an adjective is.
A word that describes a person.
A word that describes a person? Not just a person.
A word that describes a noun.
A word that describes a noun. So can somebody give me an example of an adjective with a noun? An adjective that describes a noun. So just give me 2 words in other words. Yep. Can you turn your mic on?
Kid who can run fast.
A kid who can run fast. Caden can run fast. You're just telling me how he's doing it. Can somebody give me an example of an adjective describing a noun? Just 2 words. Okay, maybe we need to watch those videos again because obviously nobody was paying attention. How about blue sky? Which one's the adjective?
Blue.
Blue. Sky is the thing. How about orange cup?
Orange.
Adjective, right? Okay. So that's a quick little review of what we did yesterday. Could everybody, while I'm setting up my screen, could you all go to nearpod.com? And hopefully today this will work way better than it worked first period yesterday. By the time I got to second period, things were working. There's this quirky guy. Okay, could you please join the session TU7KQ? And it will be up in my left-hand corner in a second. Well, that's different than what it said before. Now it's saying 2U7KQ. Oh, I thought it had a T in it. See, I told you it wasn't feeling well. Okay, let me count up how many people we have here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
14, not including you.
I counted 13. Oh, did Skylar come in? Skylar, are you there?
I'm trying.
Okay, I didn't mark it down. So we need 14 people. Right now I have 3. Kiara, do you know how to get in the room? Into the Nearpod? Everybody in the room know how to do it? Okay. I know sometimes it takes a while. That's telling me I have 7. We're halfway there, folks. Skylar, could you turn your mic off, please? Four more people.
Yeah.
Who am I waiting on? Alex is here. Caden Sweeney, are you able to get in? I got 13 people. Who am I missing? Guys, can you please talk to me? I'm like, feel like I'm talking to the walls here. Hakeem is in. Alex is in. Bella's here. Caleb, Carl. Devin. Oh, that says 14, so I'm going with it. All right, here we go. So this is verbs. Somebody just told us that a verb is an action word in the sentence. You have to have a verb in a sentence. If you don't have a verb, you don't have a sentence. Okay, so let's see what this goofy guy has to say today.
Jumping, running, singing, and playing. Today we're gonna talk about verbs. In just a minute.
Okay, which of these words is a verb? Cat, sing, green, no answer. Okay, well, 64% of us got that one right when we just said that verb is an action word. Look at A, cat. Is cat, what part of speech is that? We just talked about that. What is that? It's a noun. It's a thing, right? Person, place, unless you consider your kitty cat a person, which I might. Okay, but it is a thing. So it can't be that, even by definition. If you were listening at all, you should have known that cat was not an action because it's a noun. It's a thing. Sing is the action. That's the only word here that you're given that is an action. What do you do in chorus? You sing, right? Green
Is an
no
adjective.
action there. It's an adjective. So like 35, 36% of us weren't listening just in the little conversation before. Guys, you have to think, please.
Just a minute. A verb is a word that describes an action. Verbs are parts of speech. Every sentence needs a verb to be complete. An action verb lets us know what the subject or noun that is performing the action is doing. Jack plants a seed. Jack waters the seed. The seed grows. Verbs can convey the past, present, and future. Regular verbs follow basic rules to create the past, present, and future tenses. Let's look at the verb walk. For past tense, we add an ed, making it walked. For future tense, we add will, so it becomes will walk. Irregular verbs don't follow the same rules. In past tense, the spelling of irregular verbs changes. For example, Ricky makes a sandwich in present tense turns into Ricky made a sandwich in past tense.
Looks like a good sandwich.
The subject and the verb of a sentence must agree or match always. When there is one subject, we usually add an S or ES to the end of the verb. But when there is more than one subject, we usually don't. For example, we wouldn't say the monkey swing. Since monkey is singular, we add an S to the verb swing, making it the monkey.
Singular comes from the word
swings.
single, one.
However, if we're
right?
using the plural monkeys, we would take away the S, making the sentence the monkeys swing. Can you find the verb in this sentence? It's not the word verb.
Anybody find the verb in that sentence? Here's a one for you. Identify the verb in the following sentence. Tarzan leaps from tree to tree. So I need you to just type what you think the verb is. Remember, by definition, the verb is the action. Good, Devin. Good, Bella. Good, Heather. Good, Alex. Good, Paige. Good, Skylar. Good, Georgia. No question mark there, Georgia. You got it right. Okay. Carl, good? Akeem's got it. Maddie's got it. Bella's got it. Heather. Aiden. Can't you just type the word, please? Oh, I'm sorry. Tarzan leaps from tree to tree. I thought you had it on your screen too, honey.
We do have it on our screen.
You do have it on your screen. Okay. Let me see what your screen is. So yeah, if you've got your screen split right now, you don't need your screen split. You should be looking at my screen so that you can see them better, okay? So in other words, make my screen your whole page on your Chromebook. Stand it to the whole page.
What, your screen?
I just said that 3 times, yes. Make that big so you're not struggling to see it. Honey, 2 seconds is okay. Watch. Watch it. Watch it. Boom, there it is. Boom. You also you too. Okay. You can see it. So you're not struggling. Good luck. Boom. Okay. So everybody got that one. Good. I think that might be the end, but let's keep going. Yeah, he's gonna be weird now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Ugh. This guy's kind of goofy. All right, so that's verbs. We're gonna do something else today. Do I want to leave the session? Yes, I do. Give me a second to go back to my.
Nearpod join back.
Say what?
No,
I did-
everybody that was in the Nearpod has to join back to Nearpod.
Okay, then everybody who was in the Nearpod needs to join back to the Nearpod. Yes, so I'm gonna do a different one. I haven't really looked at this one all the way through, so we'll see how this goes. This is back to nouns. So your new code is V as in Victor, A as in apple, U as in understand, Z, zebra, D, David. And I need 14 of you. Codes up in the top left.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You said V is for Victor. V of Victor is my middle name.
Awesome. Now join it with the V in Victor. 3 people are in. So again, once you join it, you shouldn't have your screen split. You should have my screen up so you can see clearly. You got it, Heather? 9 people. What's 14 minus 9? Oh my gosh, it's 5. 4 plus 1 is 5, huh?
That's easy math. Then why didn't you say?
14 minus 9 should be easy math. 2 more people. Because it's like not even 8:30 in the morning. That's you might.
To be honest, my tuition is from 5 edition.
Yeah, but addition's basic. You need that to do everything else. 12 people. Come on, I got 2 people. What's taking so long? That's the only downfall of this. Once I got this to work the proper way, it worked pretty easily yesterday. I have no idea what happened first period. We're just not even going to ask. Pardon? Who am I missing here? Paige, are you in here? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I'm missing a person. I can't tell who it is. Who?
Don't put Mr. Favorite.
All right, I gotta go do this the long way again. Alex is here, Bella's here, Caleb's here, Carl's here. Devin, oh, there's 14. Who's the last person? Hakeem, what's taking so long over there?
I forgot to put in the name.
Oh, all right. Okay, here we go. And again, I have not, somebody at home has their speaker on. I haven't previewed this all the way through.
Nouns are a type of word that writers use in sentences. Let's learn more about nouns and the function of nouns.
What do you already know about nouns? Just give me like a couple of words there, a few words. Type it in. Because you should know something about nouns because we just covered that this morning and yesterday. Stop talking. Missed one, Dev. You can't go back and fix it. Oh, see if you can. They told me yesterday they weren't able to. Okay, Carl, Bella, Paige, you're all good. Devin missed one. Alex, you missed one. Georgia, good. Haley, you missed one. Kim, you got 3 out of 4. Caden, you got 3 out of 4. Good, Heather. No, the percentage up top is telling me, oh yeah. So if I asked you, yeah, there's 4. So if you missed one, you would got a 75 here if I was testing you, but I'm not testing you. Thank you for that lovely note there, Bella. Good, Maggie.
What was a no?
You just went, ah.
Oh,
Singing note. Okay, Caleb, what are we doing? Sleeping? All right. Caleb Walters, are you there? Please answer. Return your
Yeah, I was typing.
mic. Okay, you almost done?
Yeah.
What'd you type? Because I can't see it, and then we can move on. Then you won't have to type. Tell me. What's a noun?
That is a person, place, or thing.
Okay, you missed one. Person, place, thing, and in 6th grade, you also need to know idea. Okay, Heather, I'm not going to tell you again. Put my screen big on your Chromebook so that you're not struggling to read this stuff. Your screens are way too small for that. If you can be in full screen, be in full screen. Okay. All right. So yeah, ideas. And if you did the vocabulary noun stuff, it talked about abstract nouns. When I say an idea, that's what's known as an abstract noun. You can't touch it. It's not tangible. It's not this clipboard. Okay. It's love. It's joy. It's wisdom. It's anger. You can't touch it, but they are nouns. Okay. Things like that.
Make sure you have something to write with and the Learn Zillion practice sheet in front of you.
Oh,
You will be using
okay.
the practice.
Hold on, get a piece of paper out. Sorry, I didn't know we needed a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper and a pencil out. We need a piece of paper in the room really quickly. Come on, quick, let's go make this a major thing. Here. Come on, stop saying me. I heard you the first 4 times. Jeepers, dude. That's the way you behave really well when I ask you to, but not really doing that. Okay, Kiara and Heather don't seem to want to take my advice, so they don't want to make their screens full. You need a writing utensil, my dear? Well, where about sharpening? I think it doesn't bend it. All righty. Sorry about that. Everybody at home ready to go? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to. Okay, I'm starting. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, you're good. Let's go. You know something? I'm going to say it again. If that's your best behavior when someone asks you to behave, you need to really think about what best behavior is. Yeah, and now you're talking back, which is not really good behavior either. Okay, here we go.
Practice sheet throughout this video.
So you need a practice sheet.
Let's take a minute to review what we know about sentences. A sentence is a group of words that tells a complete thought. A sentence has two parts, a subject and a predicate. The subject tells us who or what the sentence is about, and the predicate tells us something about the subject. Sometimes the predicate starts with an action word, a verb. This tells us what the subject is doing. Let's look at a sentence together.
Okay, let me just stop there and review that. So sentences have two parts. It's called subject, predicate. The subject is the who or what the sentence is about. So usually that's a noun or a pronoun in the sentence. And then you have something called the predicate, which tells you something about the subject, right? So, and usually sometimes the predicate phrase will start with a verb, an action word. So we're going to look at the boy threw the baseball. So before she talks, what's the subject or the noun that this sentence is about? Who or what is this sentence about? Maddie, what do you think? The boy threw the baseball. Who or what is that sentence about? In other words, what noun is the subject? If the subject tells us who or what the sentence is about. Boy, right. So boy is the noun. Good. And then what's the verb in this sentence, Georgia? Right. So the predicate's going to be threw the baseball, right? The subject is boy.
The boy threw the baseball. This is an example of a sentence. It tells a complete thought about a boy throwing a baseball. Let's see if we can find the subject and the predicate.
We already did.
I know the subject part of the sentence tells me who or what the sentence is about. This sentence is about the boy, so that's the subject. The rest of the sentence tells me something about the boy. It tells me he threw the baseball. Those words are the predicate. In this sentence, the predicate does start with an action word, threw. So we know that a sentence is a group of words that tells a complete thought, and the boy threw the baseball is an example of a sentence. Take a look at the next 3 lines. On your practice sheet, circle any group of words that is an example of a sentence. Press pause now, and then press play when you're finished.
Okay, so what you're going to do, you don't have to write the whole thing. Just what does she want you to do? She wants you to give me the sentences, right? So you have jumped over the fence, the tall brown horse, and I can't read the other one because maybe if I clicked off of here.
The last line, Andrew ran to Peter's house, is the only example of a sentence.
Okay,
You should have.
so I don't know why I couldn't get rid of that, but the last one said Andrew went to Peter's house, right? But that's the one that we should have picked because jumped over the fence, you don't know who, the tall brown horse, that you don't know what the horse was doing, right? Andrew ran something is going to be a complete thought. I don't know
Have
why I
these
couldn't get
words
rid of that.
circled. We know this is a sentence because it tells the complete thought. It has a subject, Andrew, and a predicate that tells us something about Andrew, that he ran to Peter's house. The second line, jumped the fence, leaves the reader confused because it doesn't have a subject. We don't know who or what jumped the fence. It's not telling a complete thought. In the third line, the tall brown horse, we have a subject,
Trying to get
but we
rid of
don't
this
know
thing.
anything about it. However, if we put those 2 groups of words together, we would make a sentence. Look at this. The tall brown horse jumped over the fence. Now we have a complete thought with a subject and a predicate.
Okay, which of these is a complete sentence? A good book, The girl screamed. Flying on an airplane, no answer. I don't know, somebody at home has their mic on. Could you turn your mics off, please? All right. So a good book nobody picked so far, which is good because that just tells you a noun, right? It doesn't tell you anything about the good book. The girl screamed is the only complete sentence. What's the subject of the sentence, Heather? The girl screamed. Girl. And what's the action? What's the verb? Screamed, okay? Flying on an airplane, you have a verb, flying, but you don't know who or what's flying on the airplane, right? It's not a complete thought. Doesn't have a subject and a predicate.
Let's also quickly review what we already know about nouns. Nouns are naming words. Everything we see or talk about has a name, and that name is a type of word called a noun. Nouns are words that name a person, place, thing, or idea. Here are some examples. Boy, city, dog, fence, childhood, happiness. Most nouns are common nouns like these, but sometimes nouns are actual names. These are called proper nouns. Take a look at the words below. On your practice sheet, circle any words that are nouns. Remember, nouns name a person, place, thing, or idea. Press pause now and then press play when you are finished.
Okay, so you don't have to circle anything, just write down all of the nouns on your paper. We've got flower, silly, daddy, farm, walked, homework, joy. Write down all the words that are nouns. Quickly, we should not take all period to write down a few words. Maybe start at the top of the page. Devin, what's the problem? Okay, could you start writing down the nouns that are in that list, please, quickly? Thank you. Oh my goodness, I need my cattle prod today. Okay, you're good, go. Belle, give me a thumbs up if you're done. Skylar, you done? Take it
Yeah,
out.
I'm done.
Okay, Caleb, how about you? Caleb,
Good.
good. Carl,
I'm done.
I think that was Alex telling me he was done. Paige, you done?
Yep.
Kaden? Kaden Sweeney. All right, let me call on somebody at home. How about Carl? Can you give me one of the nouns that you listed? Gotta turn your mic on, dude.
Homework.
Homework is one. That's interesting that you started towards the end of the line, but okay. Homework is one. Maddie, give me another one. We weren't working with, they already told you that. You were supposed to use the words on the list: flower, silly, daddy, farm, walked, homework. Carl gave us homework. Pick another one right now if you didn't do it right. Joy would be another one. Good. Okay, Bella, give me one more.
Farm.
Say again.
Farm.
Farm. Okay, Heather. Haley, I mean. Flower. I think there's one more. Got another one, Kiara? Nope. Is walk the person, place, thing, or idea? Or is walk an action? It's an action, so that's got to be a verb, okay? All right, that's why we're doing this. Heather, what do you think? There's one more. Daddy. So you got flower, daddy, farm, homework, joy, which would be the abstract noun. Okay, let's see what she says.
Okay, let's take a look and see how you did. The words flower, daddy, farm, homework, and joy are all nouns. They are words that name a person, place, thing, or idea. Silly and walked are not nouns. Silly describes a person, and walked is something a person or animal might do. It's an action word.
Okay, which of these is not a noun? Can we do this fast? Because we only have like 5 minutes left of class. Not a noun. Sing, phone, grandma, no answer. Not a noun. Trying to figure out on this page if I could see who's answering how, but it's not letting me. Okay, the correct answer most of you got, 85, only, I think one person hasn't answered yet. I don't know why. Sing is the only word that is not a noun. Sing is an action. Phone, whoever picked that one, is a thing. You pick up your phone and you can walk away with it, right? That's a thing, so then it is a noun. All right, we'll keep going.
Nouns are hardworking words, and they can do a lot of different things in a sentence. Nouns are often used as the subject in a sentence. Remember, the subject tells us who or what the sentence is about. Look at the sentence below. On your practice sheet, underline the nouns that are used in the subject of sentences. Press
Okay.
pause now and then press play when you are finished.
So just write down the word or words that is the subject. Nouns are often used as a subject. So the first one is the boy threw the ball, threw the baseball. We already talked about that one. Peter caught the football during the game. What's the subject? Who or what the sentence is about? I wasn't looking for the answer, but yes, in the second sentence, that would be correct. What about the first one, Maddie? Make sure you do the first one too. Okay, so Maddie already told me that Peter is the subject in the second sentence. And what's the subject in the first sentence?
Boy.
That was 2 people out of everybody.
The boy.
Let's take a look. In the first sentence, the boy threw the baseball. Boy is the noun that is the subject of the sentence. And in the second sentence, Peter caught the football during the game. Peter is the subject. Remember when we reviewed common and proper nouns? Boy is an example of a common noun, and Peter is a proper noun. You probably noticed that there are more nouns in the sentence than the ones we circled in the subjects. Good observation. Nouns can also be used in the predicate. We know that a predicate tells us something about the subject. It often tells us what the subject is doing by starting with an action word called a verb. For example, in the first sentence, we said the subject was boy. The verb tells us the action is threw. We know that the boy threw, but what did he throw? Sometimes a noun can be used in a sentence to tell us more about the action. When it does that, the noun is called an object. Baseball is a noun that is the object in this sentence. It tells us what the boy threw. Now you try with the next sentence. On your practice sheet, find and circle the noun or nouns that are used in the predicate of the sentence. Press pause.
Okay, so in the sentence, Peter caught the football during the game. Okay, we already said that Peter was the subject, but there are more nouns in this sentence, right? Which are part of the predicate, part of the action. Without writing them down, because we're going to run out of time. Somebody give me one of the other nouns in the sentence? Maddie? Football is one. Give me another one, Georgia. Game. So in that sentence, you have 3 nouns: Peter, football, game. All right, guys, I am going to stop here. We'll pick up on this again tomorrow. Number 4. Okay. We're a little bit behind my other classes because of all the technical difficulties. Probably tomorrow we'll do a little bit of Jamboard and review some of the things that we've been talking about after we watch some more videos. But just a really quick review. Devin, what's a noun? What's the definition? Person, place, thing, or idea. What's a verb? Kiara, you remember? You don't. Okay. Maddie? An action word like walked. Okay, Kiara? All right. Walked, sing, jump. Oh, think of that weird guy at the end. Singing, walking, jumping, walking. Like just, you know. Or what? Or we think about Bella doing something from the beginning of class. I didn't catch that. What note?
The ha.
Oh, yes, when she sang the note. I was like, what are we talking about? I forgot about that. Okay. The other thing that you need to be aware of is the difference between proper and common nouns. And I always like to talk in a British accent when I talk to kids about proper nouns because I just feel it's proper. I have a terrible British accent, but it's way fun to do. So a proper noun is very special and it needs to be capitalized, eh? Don't give me that look, Madison. All right. So children, good job today. I will have to end the session because we are off to the next class. There's the bell. Have a great day. See you guys later.
Bye.